Nathan, pre-season came to an end this evening here at the KGV ahead of the new season starting. How would you sum up the last few weeks?
It's been a really positive pre-season, I think. You naturally go through the usual challenges, lads on holiday, you pick up niggles, relatively small squad numbers. But we've come through it. We stepped up the levels through every game, starting off with a reserve game through to Thornaby. And it was good because we were tested. We've seen some holes in things we weren't really happy with, and we fine-tuned that. And I can honestly say through pre-season, every challenge I've given the lads to step up and work on certain aspects of the game, whether that be passages of play, final third entries, switch outs, they've rose to the challenge, and we finished it really strongly against Whitby. So from my point of view, it's gone as well as it can be. But it is only pre-season, and the main thing starts on Saturday, obviously, when it gets really competitive.
What would you say the big difference was from those three games, Thornaby, Stockton and Mask, to the last two games against Redcar Town and Whitby Town, where you saw your side score 9-10 goals?
The objective in those first few games wasn't about winning the game. I was very, very clear about it. Some managers, want to win, and I get that. I honestly do. But for me, it's a new group of players. I needed to look at certain aspects of our game. I wanted us to work in a certain way. So we built it from the back, and we did it in little stages. And every game that we've played, they've done what I've asked them to do. And the final two games against Redcar and Whitby, it was let the shackles off. Let's put phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 together. And it was all about our final third and scoring goals. And we've done that. We've not conceded. So again, it's been really, really positive. But I'm experienced enough and not naive to think that, you can have a great pre-season. You're going to go into a really positive season. We've got to do that now going into the real thing.
And your squad is now really taking shape. The latest of those signings is Sonny Coleman. But how would you review the squad and how that's been built up over the last few weeks?
I'm really happy with it. We already had a strong squad from last season. I think that was pretty evident. We've tweaked it. We've added quality. We've added experience. We've added youth very recently, some real exciting prospects. So we've got a good mix of experience and youth, and I think the most important thing for me is with the players is onboarding information, because we're playing in a different way. I'm asking them to think about the game, not just go out and play. They've got to really think about the positioning and what we're doing on and off the ball. And they're all taking the information on, so that's the really positive thing. But naturally, I'm really happy with what I've got available, what we've put together. But more importantly, it's the cohesion of the squad. They're a great group. They're all in it together, and I'm expecting them. Providing we get everything right, we can have a good season.
Great balance, like you've already said, of experience and young players, and players that have been around the club for some time. Jim Faulkner and Tommy Dowson just joined last week. What are you expecting to see from them?
Listen, 16 and 17 years old, that's the first thing. There's not any pressure on them. Like with all my players, I want them to have courage. I want to just go play the game naturally, but onboard information to make the games better. So it's a development opportunity for them both. Great kids showing the right kind of attitude and mentality. I'm not adverse to giving kids a chance, and they'll get an opportunity this season. They've showed enough. And I think we'll see some huge strides made by both of them. So, it's on them now. But like I say, there's absolutely no pressure on them. They'll develop at their own time, but certainly, some prospects for us to develop this season.
We're still on the pitch here at the Kevin Edward KGV Stadium. Looks really different to when you first came in April, Nathan. A lot of hard work. How important has that been, the hard work of the volunteers to get this pitch up to where it is?
Yeah, very important. Playing surface is very, very important for the way that we like to play. But it was evident since I walked through the door, just the volunteers throughout this football club have been phenomenal. Welcoming. They love the football club, that it's there for all to see. And I just know, as regards to the pitch, I know how many hours they've put in on it, and you can see it's it's in great nick. It's about repaying a little bit of that hard work that they're giving us now and giving them something to cheer about. But yeah, I can't thank the volunteers enough, and they're a massive part of the football club.
We've also today met with the new sponsor of the home kit, which is JPS Limited, that are supporting us. Tomorrow, a meeting with our new away kit sponsor. How important is it, of course, all the support from the sponsors?
It's all heading in the right direction, isn't it? I mean, clubs at this level, they rely on sponsorship and, you know, loyal supporters of football clubs. And I think the companies that are, you know, they're investing in us and they want to be a part of what's going on. It's really, really important. So it's important as a football club that, you know, we embrace it, and I'm sure, you know, we'll get a lot more back from those sponsors as well.
We've on Saturday secured the services of Curtis Howes, previously contracted but signed a new contract at the weekend.
Yeah.
How important was it from pre-season performances and training efforts of Curtis to tie him down and secure him for the club?
For me personally, very, very important. I've always rated Curtis as a player. Never worked with him. I've tried to get him a couple of times, you know, a few years back. But his application and attitude since he walked through the door for summer has been brilliant. It's been nice to see, and we've seen the rewards of that on the football pitch. Again, he's somebody who wants to do well. He's never been part of, you know, a successful team in the past, and, you know, thankfully he believes that we can be successful this season. So really looking forward to working with him. I think he's going to have a strong season provided he stays injury free. But yeah, I'm delighted to sign on the dotted line.
And finally, Nathan, we now look ahead to Saturday. Easington and Colliery away to kick off the new season. What's your thoughts going on that game?
Excited, nothing but, you know, excitement around the football club and within the squad. It's the first game. It's what we've all worked towards. You know, it's the first of a lot of games. We're not going to look too far ahead, but, you know, a very experienced team, a good team who've strengthened in the summer, and, you know, they've got a good management team there as well. So I think Easington are going to have a strong season. But listen, it's the start of the season. It's imperative we try and get off to the best start possible, which everybody will be looking for that elusive win. But yeah, we've got to go there, and it's going to be tough. But we'll just do what we do, and hopefully after 90 minutes we're on the right side of the result.
A really positive pre-season. We're really looking forward to Saturday. Nathan, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.